Hello everyone, welcome to a quote-unquote spoilers video of Grand Theft Auto Online Los Santos Tuners Update 16 new possible vehicles coming out for this DLC later in the next few days. Of course, today's July 19th, might come out tomorrow, but I feel like I have to give a reaction because these cars, some of them, are pretty sweet, in my opinion. Here's just the 17 or 16 possible vehicles, I should say, coming out, because the 17th no one knows about yet. But this is generally my reaction on all 17 vehicles, so let's get started with number 1, which is this vehicle right here, called the Anis Remus. Of course, named by Rockstar Games, in which it heavily references off the Nissan Silvia S13 IRL. Personally, I thought this would have been like a general bodily shaped form of some type of Nissan Skyline, but if it references off a Silvia more than that, I mean, by all means, go ahead. I mean, from how I can generally see the front of the vehicle, it kind of looked like a Skyline. The general body looked like a Skyline. The rear, however, looks almost near a Mitsubishi Lancer. Something like the Sultan Classic that we have in the game already. But you know, that is generally a decent looking car. I wouldn't really mind having it, I guess, if I ever got it off the podium, but will it be my go-to vehicle? I don't know, but I'm skeptical about it. But anyways, car number 2. We have this car right here called the Kalicho GTF, in which it is heavily referenced off the 1994 Toyota Celica, whatever you want to call it. This actually, if it's below $1 million, I am definitely buying this car, especially since it references off a vehicle for my cosplay vehicles for Need for Speed Underground 2003, I believe it released. Something like that, 2003, 2002. That game, Need for Speed Underground game. I just want to make as much cosplay vehicles as I could, especially off of vehicles like these. I would absolutely not mind buying this car whatsoever. This is definitely going on my wish list of what I need to buy. Surely, just I don't care if it's good or not. It has to go in my cosplay, especially because this car is a Need for Speed Underground, guys. Yeah, it's just, I have to. I must. It's a must. Anyways, let's move on. Car number 3. This car is called the Futo GTX, in which is heavily referenced off the Toyota Sprinter Treno GT, in which the someone who has made a video already on these vehicles, in which I have taken reference from, the most extremes possible, said that this is typically an initial D vehicle. You know, the guy who's delivering tofu up the cliffs and down the cliffs for his father, you know, since his, I guess, injury, I should say. Apparently, this is the vehicle that is coming to GT Online finally, which is pretty darn sweet. I really hope that this car would have some form of handling in mix with some form of speed, in which it isn't too fast, as it typically isn't that powerful in acceleration. However, its handling should be good enough to be able to drift slightly, but not understeer, or what I should say, oversteer, basically. Like, this should be perfect for candy drifting. As a guy who always, you know, the father's son, who always drove this down and up the cliffs, ended up doing drifts, driving faster. If you saw the movie like I did, all I can remember was the son one day decided to, take a little race for the car, see how fast he could get back home. In which he started coming back like 45 minutes, then he started going to 30 minutes back home. He was starting to pick up his pace, and then one day his father saw the tofu was, kind of destroyed, and he's like, damage this and I kill you, type of thing. If you saw the movie, of course. But, that's another story. But, nah, the son never died. He was just like, he was just forced by the father as an experiment to say, if this spills once in the car, you ain't touching no more, type of thing. There was just only that one small thing, but it wasn't really too much. Anyways, this car has a lot of history. It's perfect, especially if I want to make a Need for Speed Carbon cosplay. Hopefully the rear lights match perfectly. Dude, this is most likely going to be on my go-to purchase list. Let's move on. Car number 4. Everyone has been more or less begging for this vehicle to come out for months, if not years. The car called Annis Euros, based on the Nissan 370Z, is finally coming out to GT Online. I'm pretty sure people are going to get so hyped when this car comes out. This is the first vehicle everyone's going to start buying. Everyone wants this vehicle. For some reason, though, in the actual GT Online game, the vehicle that we have now is called the 240 SE or some other vehicle. I don't know whatever it's called. The one in the arena where I completely forgot the car. I don't even really drive that car anyways. All I drive for is just for the nitro boost, but that's it. I completely forgot the name. But still, there's a different name for this vehicle that exists. Definitely nothing close to anything with just letters. There are numbers in it. But this car is actually coming out, and I'm pretty sure fans will be so hyped. Vehicle fans will be so hyped to take this car. They're gonna be like, shit, this is my go-to. They will not care if it costs $2 million, $3 million, if not $4 million. People will buy this car. That would be way beyond a doubt overpriced for something like this. But it's Rockstar. They're always gonna overprice something, especially if they want someone to buy something. Just to waste their money. As long as they like it, they're gonna really spend money. Look at the Toreador. It's $3.6 million, and people are still buying that. So what would stop people from buying this car for $4 million, right? It's for tuners, but still. That's so much I'm speaking about. Let's just move on. Okay. I'm gonna take a moment here to keep calm, because this car is hot. I have to go through it. Oh my god! This car, the Vapid Dominator GTT, referenced heavily off the 1969 Mustang Boss 429. Dude. At least that's what the referencer has said. This Mustang, when it comes out, it's I have to. I don't care how many KO Pergo heists I have to elite challenge off of, or how many KO Pergos I have to do in general. As long as I can make my money for this car, I'm getting it. This is the first car I'm getting. I don't care about anything else. This is the first car. It's a Mustang. Let me just move on before I start losing it, because car number 6, I have to buy double time for both cosplays for Need for Speed Underground and Need for Speed Most Wanted. In fact, I have to sell my previous Annis Elegy that I have in the garage because it is no longer valid since this car is finally being released. The Annis ZR350, heavily based off of the Mazda RX-7, called the fastest top speed car in all of Need for Speed Underground. This car, I really am not a huge fan of Mazda, but if it means to serve a purpose in my cosplay of vehicles for Need for Speed Underground and Need for Speed Most Wanted, hell yes, I have to buy this car twice. I don't care if it costs 1.4 mil or 2.1 mil. I'm spending double time just to buy this car twice. It just has to. Maybe I have to color in 2 different liveries, 2 different formats, whatever. It's fine. I don't care. I'm getting this thing twice. It has to. It has to be in both garages. I don't care. It just has to. Car number 7. Another referenced vehicle that also takes part in Need for Speed Underground. The Dinka RT 3000, which is heavily based off of the Honda S2000. This car exists in Need for Speed Underground. I've driven it for a little bit. It's not too bad, but it's not the best either. So if I really have to like drive around and do drifts with it, fine. If I have to do missions with it, maybe I'll practice my driving. I don't care. It's something to do driving with, you know? Just there. I'm not really liking the front bumper though. Like I don't care about the front splitter or the side, you know, flap things, whatever you want to call those, the vents, I guess. But it's just the center. It's the grill on the bottom, like in part of the bumper. It's just exposed. And I don't know why GTA Online, I don't know why Rockstar Games love having exposed grills, but I personally dislike them. It just gives too much air to the car. It just gives too much air, slows it down personally, and it just doesn't look appealing in my opinion. It just looks... Sure, weight reduction is a thing, but there's also looks too. I mean, sure, I want a car that can drive 1,000 miles per hour, but I'm not going to drive something that's literally on a skeleton with 4 wheels, because how are you going to be able to identify it? Anyways, this car, surely in Need for Speed Underground, I gotta get it, just for the cosplay. Now, the other cars afterwards, I'm not really too fond about. It's meh for me. I'm just in the most minimum way possible, so caring about it. Car number 8, the Vulcan Warner. Some people are saying HKR, some are saying HRK. I'm not 100% sure, but we'll see when the update comes out. This truck is based on the Datsun 510 pickup. Am I really too fond about vehicles like these? Not really. Am I planning on getting this for the tuners updates? No. Am I planning on getting this if I want to like pretend I'm a redneck driving down a highway? Because, oh my gosh, I have to drive a big old truck and pretend that I'm a redneck racer boy going yeehaw. I mean, sure, I don't care. I'll buy it. Anyways, whatever. Car number 9. Something Michael Tizanta may definitely want for his own upgrade. It's the Obey Tailgater S, which kind of looks a little more fancy. It's not too bad, which is also not too good either. Sure, it's a 4-door. Sure, it's, you know, decent looking, you know, but am I really too fond of getting this? I'll think about it. Maybe if they say it's one of the fastest cars in the game, maybe I'll think about it. But besides that, vehicles based off the Audi RS3. Car looks decent, I admit. Fine, it's okay. The spoiler also kind of looks, if it does come out like this, wouldn't mind at all. But will I get something like this? It's debatable. Car number 10. That's spoiled, available, that might be coming to GT Online, is this fancy looking son of a gun right here called the Dinka Jester RR, which is heavily based off of, or partly based off of, the Toyota Supra MK5. For some people who are sexy fanatics of vehicles like these, if you want to get something like it, fine. Go ahead. I don't expect seeing this too much though on GT Online. It's honestly, it looks too modern in my opinion. It's too styled. Like, I want something that isn't too later gen, but I don't want something that's too old gen. Except if it was the Mustangs, which I totally wouldn't mind buying, especially if I have to buy it twice. I really do not mind whatsoever. But would I even really get this? I mean, sure, if it's fast, if some people drive in, it's, you know, decent, I wouldn't mind. But I'm still having doubts about this vehicle, just on the side of my mind, just you know, there. It's just a vehicle that's, honestly, that and the Vulcan, or what's it called again? The Vulcan Warner. It just feels like additive vehicles that Rockstar got bored and said, you know what? Let's make something that looks super sexy and put in GTA. And let's make another vehicle that's based off of a pickup truck, since someone might want a pickup truck like the Drift Yosemite. And let's put that in GTA Online. So let's make the Vulcan Warner and let's put that in GTA Online, and let's hope people like it. Would I really want to pick it up and put it in my garage? It depends. If I want it on the podium vehicle casino spin the wheel thing, maybe I might keep it, but that's only dependable. But that's until then. 7 other spoiled vehicles that have been noted by especially a YouTuber who has already uploaded a while ago. Other vehicles that may be released are an unknown Fister, which is going to be generally based off of the 2019 Porsche Cayman S. Then there's another vehicle that will release based off of the 2016 Lexus RC-F, which is a vehicle under the Emperor car logo. Another vehicle that might be released is under Ubermod, which is also unknown, which could be based off of the 2018 BMW M3, which when I initially saw there was going to be a BMW M3, I was like, hell yeah, what car is it? And then I realized, oh wait, the date of release also counts too. And I really became super ashamed. I was like, no, come on, this would have been a perfect list for my most wanted cosplay, gosh. Eventually, I just lost my motivation, and yeah, I gave up on this. Another vehicle that might be also releasing is based off of the 2000 Ford Mustang, in which, of course, because it's Mustang, it has to be called a Vapid Dominator. However, some were skeptical to call it the Vapid Dominator Retro, or what other name it's going to be given, who knows. But this is only a guesstimate of what the name will be, except the other 3, because no one could depict a proper name of those vehicles. Another thing that might be released is a type of Fister Comet, in which the specialty name for it is not known till this moment, which is based off of the 2019 Porsche 911 GT3 RS. Something I might put in my Need for Speed Most Wanted cosplay vehicles and replace with something that I don't really have proper, but that's until then. Another vehicle that might be released is a type of the class Vero with a custom name attached to it, which some people don't know till this day, which could be based off of the 1967 Chevrolet Camaro RS. This was copy-pasted, by the way. Somehow I have a feeling it's SS, but maybe that's something else. Anyways, I'm tired. I'm not 100%, brain compatible with the names. And the 17th vehicle to this moment is still missing, still being thought of. No one really knows about it. But, yeah. If you're gonna ask me, of all the vehicles, which one is my most favorite, I have to give it to you right now, is this one right here. You already know, if you saw the video, you would already know. It will be my favorite vehicle, but it just is my favorite. It's a damn Mustang! So, that was my reaction to all the vehicles that are being released for GT Online's new DLC coming soon. If you guys enjoyed this video, please do leave a like, subscribe, and stay tuned for other short clips of video games that I upload every day. And as always, we will see you all on the next one. Love you all, peace out, and have fun on this new DLC, because that video most likely will be long to explain because of all the new updates. Alright, well, that's until then. Meanwhile, enjoy the video. Wait, you've already seen it. Well, enjoy the video again, because surely someone's going to rewatch it. Alright, thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you all on the next video. Peace out, and have fun. And good luck out there. Alright, I don't know, I'm just saying. Alright, thank you guys, and see ya. Damn Mustang!